So today, this is the first time I am trying this brand on my channel, and I'm talking about Chanel. I have the Chanel No. 1 foundation. I have tried this a couple times. I have some thoughts and I'm gonna try it differently today. And I have the Chanel Le Beige. This is the Healthy Glow Sunkissed Powder in Light Coral. So let's get started and do a full face of Chanel. I already have my eyes done. That's not Chanel, that's Natasha Denona, but I'm gonna link everything down below and let's get started. Okay, so this Chanel No. 1 foundation retails for, I believe I spent $99 or $98 from Shoppers Drug Mart. I got this as a Mother's Day present from my husband. There's 30 milliliters in here. It has great skincare ingredients, enriched in the red camellia oil and moisturizing agents. The No. 1 Chanel Revitalizing Foundation helps to protect your skin from environmental aggressors and creates an even complexion. So it's supposed to be good for your fine lines, for your pores, supposed to give you this youthful look. It's an illuminating, glowing foundation. Let's put this to the test. So I've noticed that my face has to be super prepped. I have normal to dry skin, so I'm going to use my Merit Great Skin Oil. I have not tried this foundation with this oil. I have tried it with all my moisturizers and I didn't find it very hydrating. So let's see how it does with this oil now. Like, this is as hydrating as my face can get with the Merit oil. I like it. I don't know. Let's just try it because I don't know. I have a beauty blender. I mean, not a beauty blender. This is a beauty sponge. I dampened it and I have a brush. So let's kind of try it both ways. It says you can use your hands too. I have used my fingers. I wasn't a big fan of that because I don't like to use my fingers a lot in foundations. Okay, so let's give it a good shake. And a little bit of this foundation goes a long way. So I didn't even show you this, guys. So this is what the packaging looks like. It's glass. It comes with a pump. I really love the packaging. The pump looks sturdy. The packaging looks sturdy. So I'm just gonna pump out. This is a full pump, so you can see the consistency. And I'm just gonna add, maybe this is even too much. I don't want to go with too much. I'm not gonna use concealer today, just this foundation. Ooh, hopefully it's not too much. Okay, let's put the rest of the back of my hand, whatever I had left. Okay, so let's use a brush on this side. This is the BK Beauty 106. So it says to start from the middle and bring it outwards. So far, so good. I almost went over my eyelid. I forgot I have eyeshadow. Let me zoom you in here. Looks really good on top of this Merit oil so far. Okay, let's go in with a sponge now. This is a clean sponge. And you can build this up, this foundation up. So make sure you go just little by little because you don't want to add too much. I find it that when you add too much, that's when it becomes cakey and drying. Okay, it looks much better today than it looked yesterday. And I think it's thanks to this guy right here for actually hydrating my face better. Even though I did have hydrating skin, but sometimes, you know. Okay, so it looks good. I'm not seeing any dryness. Yesterday and the day before, my skin looked very drying and it looked like it caught onto dry patches. So I'm gonna just grab whatever's left with the sponge and add on this side. Now let's try build it up. Okay, so let's try build it up in this area here. Just a half a pump, this much. I'm gonna add more. And I'm gonna try go with the, I don't wanna overdo it and then make it look yucky. Okay, let's put the rest on the back and let me go in with the brush now. See if we can build this up. Yeah, it looks good today. Okay, so I don't know what happened the other 2 days and I did have my face moisturized. So you can see that we built it up and it did cover all the imperfections and redness. I love the smell it has. It has like a nice soft perfumey smell. It's not overwhelming and it's not lingering. Definitely much better than the other 2 days, and I think it has to do with make sure that your skin is prepped very, very good if you have dry skin. Like, this is a huge difference compared to how it was yesterday. Yesterday, it was just, I was scared. I was scared that I might have to return this. That's how bad it looked the other 2 days. But right now, it looks like my favorite foundations, you know? Very nice and hydrating and glowy. Now, keep in mind that the other 2 days, like I said, it looked a little bit drying. It does look a little bit more heavy here in the fine lines. So make sure that you blend it. Other than that, it looks really good. Very impressed. I'm like, if it doesn't work with this Merit oil, then nothing will make this foundation work for me. Okay, so that looks nice. So here is a close-up. Make sure that we blend it all the way. The shade is pretty great, matching my skin. I think it's really good. It matches my neck. I love that. Okay. So, zoomed in. What do you guys think? You can see that it looks nice. It has blended beautifully. It's glowy, but it's hydrating looking, but not too oily, which I like. I did not see this yesterday at all. Like, there was absolutely no glow, no hydration, nothing. It's like the skin sucked in all of my, all of the foundation inside. So today it looks really good. That's why I wanted to do a dedicated review to this foundation, to just try it out and see. I wanted to give it more chances. Let's move on to the Chanel, the beige Healthy Glow Sunkissed powder, and this is in the shade Light Coral. Packaging is huge. Let me compare it to the Natasha Denona palette so you can see how big the packaging is, like half the palette. So that's how big it is, but you get a bronzer, a blush, and a highlighter. It opens up from here, and that's what it looks like inside. So pretty. Now let me see how much I spent on this one. And this I bought myself because I had points at Shoppers Drug Mart. If you're in Canada, you can actually make points. And I used $50, which was I had in points accumulated towards this product. This I spent $115 minus the 50. I spent around $75 on this product, Canadian. And I got mine in the light coral. I tried it out there and I found that light coral probably works best for me. This is a trio of energizing shades that can be worn individually or blended, designed to illuminate your face, warm up your complexion, and bring out the color in your cheeks. It's a sun-kissed healthy glow effect that lasts up to 8 hours. The bronzer is a nice warm shade with bronze accents for a naturally sun-kissed look. The blush is a vibrant shade to add more of a rosy coral hue to your cheeks. The highlighter is a pearly shade with a luminous iridescence that catches the light. You can use this product on its own, like individual, or you can swirl your brush and use it like that. So maybe I should swatch this for you, right? So let's swatch the coral blush. Ooh, that's a pretty blush. Okay, so let's go in with the actual bronzer. Very nice shade, I love that. And then the highlighter. Beautiful. I hope you guys can see that. Okay, so let's do individuals on one side. So I'm gonna go in with this Makeup by Mario F2 brush, and I'm gonna go just into the bronzer. You can see that I can fit the brush right in, which that's why they made it so big. And we're just gonna add this and bronze up the cheek. I don't know if I would use this together, you think? You can see that it gives you more of a red. Maybe I went into the blush a bit. So let's do this side just on its own, and then we're gonna swirl the brush into the whole palette and then do it all over the face and see how it looks on the other side. So that's what the bronzer looks like. It looks good. Where's my brush? Beautiful. So let's switch up the brush and let's go into the blush this time and see how this one looks on the cheek. I think this brush is a little bit too flimsy to apply. Yeah, let's switch it up. Hold on. I'm gonna go into this one. It's clean, it's just stained. This is a F5 by Blinked brushes, and let's just apply it. Yeah, this is much better. So make sure you go in with a dense brush, not a flimsy one like I did. Ooh, that's really pretty. You can see the nice highlighting effect it gives. I don't even think you need highlighter with this. That looks nice. Okay, so let's move on to the highlighter. Let's use this brush. This is a Moda brush. It's like more of an angled, and I'm gonna dip into the highlighter. Yeah, you can see the nice champagne glow. It has some gold shift to it, but not yellow looking, so it looks really pretty, you can see. So now you can go in back with your brush that you applied your blush and just blend everything together. So that's the one side with everything applied individually. I think it looks really nice. So let's swirl the brush now. Let's choose, okay, I'm gonna choose this one. The Hourglass Veil Powder brush. I'm gonna use this big one. And let's swirl it and see. I'm scared. So you can use this, like swirl it through all of them. I go like this. And then just apply it to the cheek. And I think that this looks much better than going individually. So let me just blend it here. And then now, if you want to add more blush to your cheek, now you can go individually with another brush and apply the blush so that you can have this more corally effect. But for using it as a bronzer, just swirl it into all of them and then you get this nice glow effect. So now I'm going to go back into this brush and just go into the blush and just intensify it here on the cheek. So we can get that much more of a corally effect like we have on this side. So you can see how more natural looking this side looks compared to this where you go individually. This looks still nice, but I think it's much easier and faster to go all over when you apply it as a bronzer and then you go into your blush. So pretty, look at that. Then you can go into your highlighter if you want to add a little bit more of a glow to your cheek. You see? Wow, it looks really pretty. Okay, so both ways look nice. Let me zoom in. Okay, so this side here is, we applied everything individually, which still looks very good. I don't see a problem with that. It's just a little bit probably harder to manage to go just into the bronzer when you want to bronze. But this side, we went into the whole palette and it actually looks better. It looks faster and it's easier. You don't have to worry about just going into the bronzer and not touching the blush. I think swirling your brush through the whole thing is much better than going individually. It seems more work. That's the only difference. It's still gonna turn out really nice because it's a nice palette. Okay, so now I'm gonna just use this Hourglass brush and just make sure that everything is blended together. If you see any sparkles on my face, it's because it's not from the product. It's because I did have some sparkly eyeshadow before that I had to remove, and those sparkles just decided to stay on my face and not come off. Oh yeah, this is really nice. And the foundation looks really nice too. Highlighter is nice. I'm happy actually I went with the light coral because I think that this is probably the maximum highlighter shade I can go to, like up towards, because it seems a little bit going to get too darker if you go a different shade. So this looks really nice. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly go ahead and finish applying mascara on the bottom lashes. Enjoy this intermission and I will be right back with final thoughts. Okay, so here is the final look completed. I'm loving it. My goodness, what was I thinking about the foundation before? Let's do this. Okay, so I want to go into this highlighter right here and I want to add it in the inner corner and see how it looks. If it's too dark or if it's perfect. I think it looks really nice. It's very subtle. Probably the highlighter is my least favorite in here, but it's because I don't use much highlighter. But I think it's a good addition to the palette because when you swirl your brush through all of them, it still looks really nice. It just looks a little bit like it looks muddy in here. You know, it doesn't look like a highlighter, but when you apply it, it looks very subtle and nice. No big chunky glitters. I mean, no glitters at all. Yeah, it looks okay, right? Let's add this to the brow bone as well. I think that looks really, really nice. You can really see it on the brow bone. This one has the same smell as the foundation, which smells very nice. Okay, final thoughts on this product. Scratch everything I said in my other previous videos where I've tried it, and I've tried this foundation before and I didn't love it. I liked it, but I didn't love it. So I just felt that when I first applied it on top of whatever I had on my skin, it looked a little bit drying. Maybe I went a little bit more than I was supposed to, and that's what caused the dryness. Maybe I didn't have my skin prepped as well as this. Like, you really have to prep your skin. I think that's the main thing, and I'm loving it today. I don't see dryness. Before I did see a little bit some dryness on my cheeks, forehead, nose. I don't see it today. I do see the illuminance it gives, the luminosity, the glow, which I didn't see it last time, and that's why I didn't love it. I just liked it. But today I'm loving this foundation, so I'm happy I gave it a third chance. It looks good. I'm not gonna return it. I'm gonna keep it, and I love the ingredients it has. It actually looks really good. And last time when I first applied it, it looked a little bit drying, like I said. However, throughout the day, as my oils started coming through, your own natural skin oils, it actually looked better. So it looked better as time went by. That's what I found with this. Now, today it looks really good upon application. So I'm assuming it's gonna look really good as the day goes by. So yeah, if you have the budget, I'm recommending it. Do you need it? No, you don't need it. The only difference is that this product has some nice skincare ingredients, which you shouldn't just rely on the foundation for skincare. But to me, when I pay money for a foundation, that's a bonus. I love for it to have skincare ingredients, even though I take care of my skin previously before applying foundation. But for a foundation to have skincare ingredients, that's why I like to spend my money on. So that's important to me. I know some people it doesn't matter, but to me it matters for the foundation to have skincare ingredients. Now when it comes to this glow powder, ooh, I love this one. I think that it's a super fast, easy out the door palette that you can use to bronze up your face, to add a little bit of coral to your cheeks, a little bit of color to your face, a little bit of glow. And this palette is beautiful. Definitely recommend it. Again, you don't need any of these products. I'm sure you have the shades into like your own collection, but it's just the experience to try a luxury product like Chanel. So that's why I bought this. It's my first Chanel products that I have. I have a lot by Dior, which that's my favorite brand, and now I want to try more Chanel as well. And I think it's, so far I'm loving what I'm seeing. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, it looks pretty. I suggest to use a brush and swirl it into the whole palette. That's how I would love to apply the bronzer. I wouldn't go individually. I think just swirling, combining all of the shades together, it looks great as a bronzer. And then go ahead individually for the blush and the highlighter, just to intensify the cheek area more. But you see how beautiful it looks. I love it. Love this palette. So yeah, again, you don't need these things. They're expensive, but if you want to try a luxury product and see how you like it, then you can go ahead. But I'm not here to tell you to go spend so much money on these products. They're just ridiculous how expensive they are. But I wanted to try it. I bought it as Mother's Day gift and I had points, so that's why I purchased this. And I wanted to show you my thoughts and how it looks on my face. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. And I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Love you guys. Bye.